Hello, welcome in. How you doing, everybody?
Good frosty morning.
Alrighty, now we're gonna see if we can find the links to the show now that I remembered to hit the
Headphones.
start button. Hitting that start button makes a big difference. Good morning, Mike. How you doing over there, buddy?
Morning, man. Chilly.
That's for sure. It is a cold one this morning. Um, the cats have been all over me since I came out here, and I just have not been able to catch a break with them. That's what took so long to get everything set up and going because I couldn't get them out of the way long enough. And then they were trying to steal my breakfast. I had butter bread with strawberry jam on it, and it sat here so long from me messing with them that it froze.
Operative word being had.
Yeah, it's gone. I ate it. They didn't get it. They tried.
Oh, okay.
They tried to get it, but
That's where I thought you were going.
why am I posting Rumble again? All right, let's see here. I put something in our description now that I think is going to make a big difference too. I'll read it here in a second. Oh no, it sounds like your lighter's not going to come on there.
Yeah, don't like cold weather. That's for damn sure.
I don't know. I used
You
to
guys,
not
so you can
care.
hear that.
Yeah. It doesn't bother me. I just
Yeah. I can hardly hear it with my headphones on. Yeah.
alrighty. Dave,
Yes,
good
little
morning, sir. Dave said good morning. Thomas said good morning. Dave, Mike, and Chris. Good morning, Thomas. How you doing, buddy?
morning, Thomas.
And I'm almost an hour late. I apologize. Um, apparently I got into a really good sleep last night because nobody, nothing in my brain caught my alarm this morning. Mom actually came over and woke me up because my alarm was going off so long.
Huh.
Good morning, James. How you doing? We missed you, bud. We'll go into all that here in a little bit. Taz is talking on Discord. So I want to say hi to him there. As I'm sharing links. We got some interesting things to talk about, as always. Too bad you're not here, Mike. I got about 30 lighters.
Oh no, yeah. This isn't a regular lighter.
It's one of them
I
torchy
use it.
ones.
Yeah, works
Yeah,
great for wood burning.
I got 3 of them. Good morning, Taz.
Pretty,
Welcome in, bud. How you doing?
pretty long. Look,
Yeah.
Chris.
Hold on. Let me drop the chat down so I can see better.
Pretty much a
Oh.
cigar lighter, I think. I don't know.
Oh hell, yeah.
Yeah.
I have that. Did you see my pew pew one?
No.
I have one that looks like a pew pew, and you pull down the hammer to light
Okay.
it, and then there's a double flame that shoots out the barrel.
Oh shit.
It's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, Taz says good morning, everyone. Um, it's a good morning. I'm above ground and still able to move, even though it's slow.
Above
Getting
ground
by.
and just above freezing by now.
Taz says it's
Or
getting by. How about
close.
you? I'm doing pretty good, but honestly, I'm not gonna, you know, how's my a friend of mine used to say fair to Midland is how he used to put it. He's not doing, the best he could be doing, but he's not doing the worst he could be doing either. So, you know what I mean? How's the family? Hopefully they're doing well. We do all um care about y'all, so we want you to take care of yourselves and yeah, if you need us, come and talk to us, even if it's just to vent and get shit off your chest. Come talk to us. That way, I'd rather you come to me and vent and yell and scream to me than you take it out on your family. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm just saying I've seen a lot of people that do that. So
Do.
do. What was that? Remember that Richard, not Richard, Bill Cosby skit with the stick? Do. Gonna put it on you.
I can't say I remember it. I know I
Yeah,
grew up watching him though.
yeah. It's sad what happened.
Yeah, he was a bad man back in his day. Funny, but
Yeah,
lot of potential.
I don't see how people do that. Taz said it's 14 here and snowing. We're still all crammed into the hotel room. 4 people in a room of maybe 40 square feet. It's be funny. I'm
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, that's not an ideal situation. That's for sure, bud.
no.
Um, hopefully, um, you can get that rectified here soon. Good morning, Lori.
Morning, Lori.
Taz, he fixed it and said not 400 square feet instead of 40. Yeah, 40 square feet would be like I think
Closet.
coat rack, coat closet. Um, that would definitely be interesting.
Or
How's your
not.
dad? How's your dad doing this morning, Lori? He says 4 people and 3 emotional support cats. Yeah, I'd be definitely worried about the cats. Hopefully they're not trying to make a breakout when you guys come in and out of the room, because mine would be, because he's a little butthead. But I actually had to fight with them this morning to get out the door. So, but yeah. So let's start the show off with the fact that Biden lied again. We really shouldn't be surprised, though.
Yeah. Like I said on a Facebook post, it's funny. That's one of the clearest answers I think I ever seen Joe Biden give when was it Brian Williams asked him if he was going to pardon his son, and he said no.
Yep.
Quick, clear, and it turned out to be a fucking lie. So no
That's good,
huge
man.
surprise, of course.
I hope you get an answer soon and get that straightened out. We'll be praying for you. So, um, I know that struggle. We've been in that situation. Cats are very calm and more scared of the outside than anything else. Yeah, my cats are like that too. They run outside, and then once they're outside, they freak out because they're like, "What the hell do I do now?" And then I usually all I have to do is yell, and they'll run right back in the house. Um, but there's rare circumstances where if they see the other cats outside, they want to play, and then they'll just run around with them for a little bit, and I've got to chase them down. So, but I'm glad they're calm. Lori says he is okay, but the heart rate keeps going very high and then back to normal. So he's suffering
Mm.
from tachycardia as well, then, from the sounds of it. Um, Talking to the oncologist today as well. Okay. So have they tried putting him on a mood stabilizer? Now, hear me out before you sit there and go, why the hell would they put him on a mood stabilizer? Well, because when I had my problems with tachycardia and my heart and blood pressure issues, I did research. I did what I was supposed to do. I went and researched stuff and found out that anemia mixed with anxiety can cause tachycardia. It can cause issues with your blood pressure and your heart rates. Um, so I would have them check him for um, anemia first of all. See if he has a low iron count, which I'm gonna guess does. Um, just as an educated guess. And secondly, um, ask them to put him on a low dose of Zoloft or something along those lines. Um, and just try it for a couple of days and see what happens. The worst that happens is it doesn't work, and you just take him off the meds. Um, best case scenario, it covers everything, helps him get it under control, and he gets to go home. So, just an idea for you to think about because that's what I went through. Taz says the entire Hunter situation, it was to be expected. I mean, really, if a son daughter was in trouble, normally it's natural instinct to protect their kids. No, I get it. I'm just saying it was just another lie that he told because he flat out told us at the beginning of the this election cycle. He was asked if he was going to pardon Hunter, and he said no, he wasn't. Yeah, well, um,
The thing for me though is it wasn't. He had prior bad acts. All kind of different shit that he did.
yeah.
That gun was just a small part of crimes that he has committed against taxpayers, against everybody.
Good morning, Cindy. I'm glad you got your car started. And Lori said he's on 50,000 micrograms of vitamin D twice a week. Yep. So I was right about the iron deficiency. So he has anemia. So yeah, definitely ask them about that, please. I think that'll help, but of course, it's up to the medical professionals. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just throwing out suggestions. You hear that, YouTube? Suck a giant donkey. No, never mind. Oh, all political figures lie. There isn't one that hasn't told a lie. There's one. I don't think there's a person in Congress right now that doesn't have some kind of criminal charge against them. You know, there's that viral video going around that says between the NFL and the NBA, which one has the most? And then he goes through and he tells all these different crimes that they've done and this and that. And at the end, he says, if you guess the NFL, you're wrong. He said, if you guess the NBA, you're wrong. He said, these are the people who work for who are running our country. They all have criminal backgrounds. Um, well, most of them. I can't say all of them, but most of them have criminal backgrounds. So, good morning, Cora.
Good morning, Cora.
Cora says he needs some K2 with the vitamin D for absorption, Lori. So, we have a bunch of people in here who are pretty knowledgeable with medical stuff, and so mine's just from my experiences. Um, I've been through a little bit of shit in the last 8 years, to say the least. So, but I always preface that what I'm telling you is strictly from my experience, and it might not be the same well, I'm going to tell you, it's not going to be the same for every person. So, um, that's why I say always talk to your doctor. And if you're not happy with what your doctor's telling you and you think he's wrong, it's okay to get a second opinion or a third. You know, doctors are not always right. They're not God, even though some of them seem to think they are. Oh my! I wonder if anybody's on the Discord. I guess I should click over there and see, huh? Well, Discord stopped sharing. What the hell is wrong with this thing? Hell, it kicked me completely out of the stage. Ain't that some shit? Okay. All right, we're all set back up there again. Yep. Cindy, you've talked to me many, many times. I've talked to a lot of the people on here many, many, many times. Um, if that's rough, Taz. Yeah, it's hard when you're trying to go off of meds. Some of your meds are just so addictive and harmful for you. Why are you laying over there by yourself? Come here. There you go. Lori said you hired them. That doesn't mean they are right. You can fire them. Yep, I've done that many times. Um, there was a doctor up at Penn State Hershey, and not only did he get fired, but he got assaulted by a patient. Um, and I can understand why. The guy had no bedside manner at all, and they did all kind of they did X-rays, MRIs. They screwed up a Synvis shot that ended up making me violently ill, and causing me more pain in my knee than when I first went. And at the end, he walks in, he looks over the paperwork, he looks me in the eyes, and he says, "You're just gonna have to learn to live with the pain." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, there's nothing else I can do for you." I'm like, "Wow." I said, "I guess I understand why." He had this freaking shiner where somebody punched him right in his freaking eye, man. But yeah, that was. Lori told me that that was one of the scariest times that she's ever seen with me was when they gave me that Synvisc shot, because yeah, it really messed me up. Um, the shot wasn't the problem. The problem was the person who administered the shot didn't drain any water off the knee first. Okay. If you're going to get injections and your knee is swollen or your joint is swollen, make them draw fluid off of it first. And here's why. Because the Synvisc shot is like that freaking round, that long, and it is completely full of this stuff that they're putting in there. It's a non-steroid thing, but they didn't take and pull any fluid off. Shoved not only that big vial of Synvisc, but they also injected me with a vial of Novocaine on top of that to start it. So by the time she's done injecting all this stuff, the soft tissue part of my knee is sticking out over an inch away from my kneecap where it's supposed to be. And I'm sitting there. I'm just in so much pain, but I'm doing okay. I'm holding my own, right? And then all of a sudden, this woman decides that she wants to take and scrub all of the iodine off of my knee right after that, and that did it. The pressure and pain that came from her. I mean, she wasn't just being gentle about it. I mean, she's like she was grating cheese, you know. And that did it. I passed out. Lori said I turned completely white. I passed out. When I came to, I had to have a bucket because I ended up throwing up. It was bad. So yeah, so that was one of my fun experiences with a bad doctor. So I think we're pretty good with that one. I didn't think I said anything bad there, but okay. So anybody up there living the snow belt, as Cora would call it? Anybody up there getting bunches and bunches of snow? I had shared a video on YouTube of there's a guy that goes up there and videos the big ships coming in and going out, and the largest ship on the lakes, Great Lakes, was going out the other night, and so he was up watching it, and there was all kinds of ice and um, it was really pretty to watch, and um, yeah, they took in had a fireworks across the lake, so you got to watch that, and it was really nice. The video's on Discord if you want to check it out. Well, that's good, Cindy. What are you doing, Sanj? All right, let's see what we can get up to here, shall we? um, I think we're smushing. Yeah, hey, time, Sanj, you can't just smush the babies. Ted says they got snow last night. Thomas ships there are fun to watch. Yeah, that bridge is really cool too. Um, if you've never seen it, they have a bridge that's for traffic, and when these boats come in, the bridge lifts. It's a lift bridge to give clearance to the ships to get through. Um, he had pointed out because you can't really see it during the day, but he pointed out that there's a light on the bottom center of the bridge that's always red until it's all the way up to clearance. And once it gets all the way up to the top where it's clear for the boat to go under, then that one light turns green. Yeah, I understand what she's saying. YouTube's been being quite the bitch lately. So, what the hell? That's not what I wanted. I think it's just with the jab stuff, Cora, but I guess we'll find out after today if they do it. I don't know. I guess. So, say a prayer for us that YouTube doesn't get their panties all wadded up in a bunch and throw us off again. But I just thought we were having friendly conversation. But yeah, who knows? YouTube's weird. Let me see here. Annual snowfall. Okay. Ted said he's about 30 miles from Rochester, Minnesota, and 40 miles from Iowa. Okay, let's see here. I don't know. That's not what I wanted. No, I get what you're saying. I'm changing the subject. U.S. annual snowfall map. Let me see here. Most of the South is in the white, which is less than 6 inches a year. I don't know if it'll let me. Alrighty. I'm trying to see if it will let me upload a picture, but it's not. So, okay, we'll do it this way then. So that's what the annual snowfall map looks like for the U.S. And like I said, most of the South in California is white, which means they usually, on average, get less than 6 inches of snow a year. And then once you get up into like New Mexico, the upper part of New Mexico, the upper part of Texas, and it goes across the Panhandle, upper part of um, Oklahoma into Missouri and Arkansas. You're looking at 6 to 12, or well, 6 to 18 inches. It says on average through that area. Then when you get over towards the East Coast a little bit, you get into the Appalachian Mountains, and you're looking at reds and purples and blue, and yeah, so you're looking at um, in the Appalachians, you're looking at anywhere from 42 to 96 inches of snow. So on average, up in the mountains there. Now let me see where we're at here. We're kind of a mixed bag. We started out dark green in my area, which is, Lancaster County. Um, and then it goes, the further west you go, it turns into the same numbers as West Virginia. Then you get up to Maine, and it's just three colors, and they're all the bad colors: the orange, purple, and red. So they're saying that they get up to 150 inches of snow a year. Um, Same with the lake effect snow places. Tyler says, "Yep, we are in purple like usual." Laugh out loud. Thomas says, "We never get snow in Minnesota." Laugh out loud. We get dumped on. So you're saying instead of it actually snowing, it's just you just get dropped straight on, huh? Almost like it falling off of a roof. So I thought it would have had Canada's rates in here as well. I think the three worst places I saw for snow is like New Hampshire, um, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and Colorado, and it looks like Wyoming. Shows them as being like the worst amounts of snow. So you're talking over 150 inches of snow a year. All right. So I came out yesterday to start the show, and this is what I came out to. These little turds. Booze on the back of the chair. Then you got Tiny with Fang and Casper laying on the actual seat of the chair. So they're lucky they're cute. Come here, puppy. You're going to fall off. You're going to fall off. Fargo. They used to have a TV series called that, didn't they? Oh no. Ted says Fargo has really gone downhill. That's sad to hear. Unfortunately, I've been hearing that a lot about little like towns and stuff like that. A lot of the inner city built prices have gone up so high that it's forcing some of the inner city. Have a good day, Cora. Be safe. We'll talk to you later. Um, that it's forced some of the inner
See
city
ya,
people
Cora.
to move out into the rural areas, and they're bringing some of them have bad habits that they are bringing to the rural areas, and it's definitely impacting life out there in the small towns. So, um, yeah, that's all I'll say about that. Before I get called a racist, even though I didn't say anything about race, I talked about economic status. But people will automatically think I'm talking about certain races because of what I said. A couple of weeks ago, a vet who was shot there, had been asking for help by calling 911 many times over. A 3-hour period when they got there. After a while, the old guy came out with a pellet gun pointed. That's sad. Yeah. I mean, you can't blame the police in that situation, unfortunately, because they don't know if that's a real gun or a pellet gun, and they want to go home safe just as like everybody else at the end of the day. But it's sad that he fell through the system, and the system failed him, and he didn't get the help that he needed. Hopefully, as an organization, we'll be able to start helping out people with connecting to resources that'll help them overcome those problems. That's what we're working towards. So if anybody wants to volunteer, please reach out to me. We need volunteers all over the country to make this actually work the way we want it to. And this is a bipartisan foundation. There is no political leanings. My personal stuff does not go with the foundation. That's just my personal opinions. We want to help people. It doesn't matter what their political affiliation is. Left, right, whatever. You come to us and we'll help you. Oh my. All right, Lori, be safe. I'm gonna guess that's supposed to be they're taking Dad for an echo, not sad. So gotta love when autocorrect gets you. Yeah, that really bugs me about the veteran thing. Casper's wanting to fight, so now I'll drop you guys down a little bit here so Dave can see his kitty MMA. we go. Fred's saying he's having a problem getting into the show. Let me get him the link again. Huh. Somehow I got him the wrong link earlier. Whoops. Hey, like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm far from it. I do my best, though. Yeah. If he was known to the police to be suicidal, I mean, it's hard, and that's making a decision that quick, especially with him coming out pointing a weapon.
There's Fred.
There's me.
Hey, bud. How you doing?
I guess I'm all right.
A little chilly down your way too, I saw.
Yeah, a little nipplish.
But Taz was just telling us about a veteran who did self-deletion by police up in Fargo, North Dakota,
'Tis the season.
and yeah, I was saying about how it can't be an easy decision for the police. I mean, he came out pointing a weapon at them. They can't tell if it's a pellet gun or not, just by from looking at it. So it's
I maybe I misunderstood, but I thought all these dead weapons like that should have been orange coated, orange striped, orange colored, orange tip, or something on the muzzle.
yeah, to show that it's not a real weapon.
Yeah, shows it's
You would
not life
think,
threatening.
but they're
Now that kind of gun control, I don't I can get around.
because they're not actually taking your
It's not
weapons
it's not
away. They're
lethal.
just they're just taking and making sure that. I mean, that would make the police job a lot easier.
Well, somebody wants to do that is gonna alter it anyway, but then that relieves responsibility of police.
Yeah.
At that point, you kind of, what if?
Taz said they had roughly 40 calls last year and 30 this year from him asking for help. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of veterans I'm hearing fall through the cracks. The system just is not set up to take care of all of them the way it should be. Um, and we got to get the stigma out of it. There's a lot of people who won't try and get help because they think it makes them less of a person for having to ask for the help. And we've got
Chris, there's a
to.
lot of people who have asked for help that can't get it. So
No, I get that part too,
then
and that's
then you're labeled a crybaby and all this other stuff. Been there, done that, Chris.
well, we need to
Got
fix
the
that.
T-shirt. Yeah.
So, um, hopefully this guy that they got in at the VA, with this incoming administration, can make some changes and really shake things up and get things better. Um, and we'll help out however we can. So I'll be reaching out um, to a lot of local agencies here and talking to them and trying to coordinate things with them. Um, so, but it's sad. Taz was saying the weapon was not pointed at the cops.
Didn't matter whether it was pointed at him or not. And I'm telling you from the police side, 'cause I've been there too. You don't know, and it don't take but a hair to turn ugly. I got to step out just a second.
Okay.
But I'll keep you on. You just won't be able to
Taz
see
was
me.
saying, he said, by the way, nice cab of the truck. Mine never looked that nice. Laugh out loud.
Mine looks like shit because I ain't had time to clean it. Mine's cluttered. I think I got enough shit in here for about 5 drivers. I don't know how I've accumulated, but next time I go home, it's coming out.
Yeah.
Y'all give me just a minute. I'll walk away from the phone. Can't press mute me.
Okie dokie. I think we lost Mike. Hmm. So while we're on that subject of vets self-deleting, you know, the government's lying to us about that whole situation as well. They're telling everybody it's only 22 a day, and through research we found out that it's actually more than that. It's actually around 40 a day at least. So yeah, that's, in my opinion, one is too many. You know, um, we should not have that problem where our veterans are not getting the help they need. But as we know, the bigger the government gets, the worse it gets, the less it does to help the people. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get things back on track here. Wow. Hmm. We're, I guess, a bunch of people left because of what we were talking about. It was oil patch. That tells you how messy it got. Oh, in the cab. Oof, oil patch isn't good. It's very sad when people that especially fought for our country come back and don't get the help that they need and feel they only have one solution. Yeah. Yeah, that's did anybody watch the video that I shared from Sean Ryan yesterday? Um
Wait a minute. I hear you say people left because we were talking about helping vets?
no, I think it was just because of the talking about the self-deletion. There's some people in our group that um that kind of triggers and stuff, and I understand it. So they'll come back in a couple minutes when we change the subject. So It has nothing to do with them not wanting to help. It's just that some of them have been through that fight, and I'm sure
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah. You know, I've lost 3 this year, so
yeah. Sorry, Fred.
one recently that just
I sincerely wish that
and I
you know
fight the same demons they fight.
I wish they had known about us and
Dude, I fought with them. I fought it every day with them. You know, hey, you don't need to do this. You know, let's find somebody. I've offered to go with them.
you know
They don't want the help. They don't want the help. All you can do is pray for them at this point. And that sounds cold and ugly, but
well, they have to make their conscious
I've even
decision if
tried
they
to
want.
I've even tried to call the police and do an intervention and called VA and asked them to go out and check on them. Yeah, nothing. So my my outlook on it's a little different.
Yeah. Um.
I've never
This week.
wanted to destruct, but I have in just fit of rage hurt myself, not intentionally, but just anger, lashing
Yeah.
out.
Um.
I can tell any of
Unfortunate.
y'all, if you don't know, it is one hell of a fight. It's a battle kicking to get us out of it.
Well, I'm
So
gonna
I'm
put
done
this
talking
out.
about that. Y'all talk about it if you want to. I'll get started in a minute. It won't be ugly. I mean, it won't be pretty.
I'm going to do like I always do and throw my information in the chat. And if you need me, you can call me or email me.
It's sad, but sometimes all the information in the world still doesn't help.
Well, all I can do is put the information out there. It's up to the person who needs the help to call, you know.
You're right.
Um, but at least I'm putting it out there and they know. Hopefully they'll see it. Um, but I shared a video from Paul Ryan. It was about a veteran talking about how he was at his last resort. He was actually planning on deleting himself. He had put his dog in the kennel in the back of the truck, kissed it, said goodbye to it, went and parked somewhere where he knew somebody would keep it.
Chris, don't,
Yeah.
just don't even describe it.
And right before he did, he got a phone call. And that phone call changed everything. So it all, first off, it all depends on the individual itself. They have to take responsibility for their own actions. Um, but he didn't have to answer that phone call, but thank God he did. And he said he was so thankful for that call.